In today's Warcrow topic, we are going to be talking about Dragoslav Bjelogríc, also known as Drago the Anvil, who is a named high command character in the hegemony of Embersig faction in Warcrow. So I'm going to be referring to him as Drago for the rest of this video because his name is very, very long and complicated, and I'm going to mess it up. I may have already messed it up. However, Drago hails from the province of Klencia. I talked about Klencia, and the other provinces of the hegemony in the Buckerman video, so if you want to learn more, check that video out. He is considered everything a hetman should aspire to be. Ironically, though, he does not actually hold the rank of hetman. Hetmen, within the context of the Black Legion, are commanders of different companies. And so if we kind of think of the hierarchy of the Black Legion, we are going to have the Captain General, who commands the entirety of the Black Legion. Then we're going to have colonels, who command an army. It could be the first army, second army, etc., etc. Then we have sergeant majors within each army, and the sergeant majors control the different regiments. Within the regiments are the companies, which are controlled by the hetman. So the hetmen are in control of certain companies. Following the hetman, we have ensigns, sergeants, etc., all lower ranked kind of individuals. Drago actually holds the rank of ensign. And he is ensign of the first instructional group of the Black Legion. So he's a teacher. He is an instructor at one of the military institutes. However, he chose to reject his promotion of hetman. So while he, within the game, within Warcrow, he kind of is on the same level as a hetman, he's not actually in the lore of hetman. He could be, but he chose to not be one. And this is because he didn't want to be separated from his passion. And his true love is working and training new recruits. And it's even kind of noted in his memoirs that he loves each set of his pupils as children, as like if they were his own children, even though he himself doesn't have any children. So each hetman actually wears a very kind of fancy coat. It's called the hetman's coat, and you might have noticed that Drago is also wearing one. So even though he's not a hetman, he does wear a hetman's coat because it was a gift to him from the 85th graduating class of freshmen from his academy that he works at. And his supervisors, right, those who are in higher rank than him, allow him to wear it as a sign of respect. So as an instructor, it is common in the Black Legion for the instructor to join their trainees out on the battlefield, on the campaign. This is really going to help. This is because it helps those trainees go from drills and practice combat scenarios to very real combat that can be, is very much more lethal. And their instructor is kind of with them for the entirety of that first campaign. And so Drago has set foot on more battlefields than most because he stays as an instructor rather than allowing himself to get promoted and moved. So he's been kind of all over the place wherever the hegemony has had conflict. Within the officers of the hegemony, there are many different officer fraternities, kind of like clubs or guilds that different officers are a part of. I'm planning to talk more about the officer fraternities when I discuss the hetman in its own lore video, so follow the channel to keep an eye out for that. But for the context of Drago, he belongs to the Clutch of Arrows fraternity, and this fraternity's focus is to, or at least Drago is said to, his desire is to protect his cadets, and that is said to be a great example for the fraternity, for what the fraternity stands for. So while I'm still kind of learning a little bit more about the fraternities, I'm assuming they have like creeds or kind of doctrines or something that they kind of follow, and Drago kind of upholds his Clutch of Arrows fraternity very well. You may have also noticed that within the artwork, Drago is missing an eye. This is because he lost it while fighting Varing Raiders on one of the kind of campaigns he was on. This makes his new assignment even more interesting to him because his latest recruits have been assigned, and Drago has been assigned to help in the counteroffensive against the northern tribes to push them back from the hegemony lands and into the sea. And if you know about the northern tribes, you would know that it is a mix of orcs and Varing, who Drago does not like. So why is Drago cool? Well, one, he is always rocking his coat, right? He looks very heroic in his coat. But two, I think he's really cool. I love the kind of teacher aspect. I'm a teacher myself, but I really like this idea where he doesn't want to get promoted because he really just enjoys working with his troops. And you really get to see just like the passion he has for those who he's in command with and how much he actually cares about them. And there's even a lore snippet where Drago yells at a new recruit from Osmarkos because Osmarkos used to be part of the feudum where they have, they're very much the nobles and the peasants. And he kind of yells and chews out some of the recruits because he's like, we're not about that in the Black Legion. Like, you're all on the same playing field. You need to rely on each other to work together. So very much if you've seen any military movie and they're in basic training, it's very much that, like, you're a team, you need to lock in and work together. And so I just really think Drago is really, really cool, and his mindset is really to make sure his men are protected. And so with that, this lore video about Dragoslav Bjelogríc, or Drago the Anvil, comes to an end. Don't forget to follow this channel to get more Warcrow lore, and if you survive the fog, I'll see you in the next video.